Hey, so if you're seeing this video, this is essentially part 2 of my review on the pressure update, which covers more of the darker parts of the update. You don't need to watch part 1 to understand this section, but I'd appreciate it either way. I suppose I should give a warning of, well, 1. Spoilers. This video covers parts of the update regarding the secret ending of Pressure and Painter. And 2. I don't know if I should include this, but the tiniest bit of viewer discretion should maybe be advised due to this game technically being 13 plus now, along with a bit of gore and violence covered in this part of the game. So enjoy nonetheless. You know Painter, the AI computer who exists in a black site? He's quite a nuisance, to say the least, for taking over turrets, manipulating infestation to kill you, forcing you into gauntlets, placing fake doors, activating firewall, completely overriding the black site's intercoms and functions as a whole. Navi AI, the main navigation system, is overruled by this parasite. Painter is the essential villain to the entire game, adding depth to the difficulty in the character roster. Him and Sebastian can technically be classified as the true villains of this game, even if the Searchlights monsters are portrayed to be the biggest obstacle. Truthfully, these monsters are the ones being controlled and manipulated by Painter himself. You can actually find Painter on the black site in his own clearly secret room with a torn apart wall leading up to him, along with an entrance and heavy containment too. Next to him is a walkie-talkie connected with Sebastian. Sebastian, the argued owner of the black site. He's the face of the game, an inhuman fish who just wants to mess with you and the other expendables. He runs the revive system, with a price of course, runs the shop, with a price of course, and sarcastically makes fun of your every endlessly cycling death. Realistically, he's just there for a quick buck in a show. He runs under an assumption that none of the expendables can ever stand up to him and his antics. Back to Painter, his room almost gives an unsettling feeling. The song almost gives a discomfort vibe, being in the same room as the parasite who's been screwing both you and every other expendable over. It's like disgustingly playful, or disturbingly serious almost, sort of a vibe you shouldn't be there. Well, the conversations on the walkie-talkie connected to Sebastian really reinforce our theories of these two antagonists' antics.
Wow, you're a lot uglier up close.
Painter, I need you to reduce the power going into their ventilation system. Currently using their ducts to get around, and I'd rather not risk the fans here slicing me into sushi.
Reducing power to around 15%.
Hey, I need that flesh monster near my location. Someone just passed by, and I'm certain they aren't really paying any attention. Easy pickings, and I'm sure that it's hungry.
Alright, give it a bit.
Hey, could you unlock this door I'm at? I've tried prying it open, but it's reinforced. No key card around either. I've checked.
Sure, give me a sec.
Thank you. Requesting access to their intercom system. I have some choice words I want to share.
You mean the one in the black side, or...?
They're loading docks. I want them, all of them, to hear me loud and clear.
Oh... Going live in 3, 2, 1...
Hey, mind cutting out the lights where I'm at? The rooms up ahead are filled with tripwires. Maybe, do a bit of voice mimicking, get some employees to trot through the area,
Oh, sure thing. Going dark.
Now just sit back and watch the fireworks. Not requesting anything. Just wanted to check in and hear how you're doing.
Oh, could be worse, I suppose.
Keep your head up. I'll be coming for you soon.
They work together like a literal villain duo to simply have some fun with the poor expendables. Painter has the power to control so many layers of the black site, and Sebastian is basically a spy. It's a simple life for these two. Well, there's only so much I could talk about before reaching the obvious. You are an expendable who found Painter's secret room. You want to get out, you are in horror of the terrible things he's doing to these poor people. It feels like a lot of responsibility is in your hands for being in this room right now. He's just so vulnerable, so just one click away and...
Okay, you've made your point. I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you be. I'll stop.
What was that noise? Kid, you okay?
This is a site-wide announcement. I am happy to report that the parasite messing with my systems has been neutralized, and operations are now at an acceptable level. The internal defense system, as well as any other previously hijacked systems, will no longer pose a threat to all personnel.
I'm coming over. Hang tight.
That's it, he's gone. He really wasn't all that powerful, was he? Just so much happened upon Painter's death just now. Navi immediately issued a site-wide announcement happily conveying that the parasite messing with the entire black site has been killed and dealt with. Everything is back to normal. But it is truly just shocking, heart-wrenching to notice how insanely fast Sebastian noticed something was off. His best friend, his only friend, assisting him in the entirety of his time down here, is wiped from existence. Well, not just yet. A desperate call of "I'm coming over, hang tight" is what he says, sending a shiver down the player's spine of what Sebastian is going to do to them, what he's going to do to you. Oh, and that unsettling music from earlier, it just stepped on 2 layers of horrificness. It's completely distorted now, completely destroyed, like every note was flipped upside down and disconnected and twisted, just like you did to Painter's body. This song sticks with you for quite some time, letting you know what you've done, reminding you of what you've changed, what's been lost, and how you've entered a point of no return. It's truly creepy that the option wasn't kill, it wasn't destroy, it was rescue. While it's completely up to the player to interpret what this means, there's a couple main ideas I have. Well, if you're truly carrying Painter to the end of the black slate as if you want to rescue him, that's true. You could be putting him out of his misery, but I like to see it as if it was a rescue to everyone who's been killed, hurt, or horrified by the team-up power of Painter and Sebastian. Now that the megamind of the duo is gone, you're basically rescuing so many real, breathing humans down in this hellhole with you. Well, now what? Arguably, the biggest obstacle is just gone. He's destroyed upon no return, and immediately, differences in the black site really begin to sink in. Turrets, they don't target players anymore. They weren't made to kill you. Painter just manipulated them, as we got from a conversation of him and Sebastian. Intercoms, overruled by Painter, either voiced by him or Sebastian. Good people, those fake doors, no more. Gauntlets, nope. So much has changed. There's so many less dangers to worry about. Firewall's pretty interesting too, as Navi insists the firewall will be turned off for the player's safety at the start, and it usually turns on anyway through Painter's actions. Without him, this normally challenging grand encounter becomes a joke. The revive system is completely turned off, and the documents, they're just blank. The most impactful change is definitely searchlights, which are completely wiped from existence. Without Painter to guide them straight toward the storage facility, the doors open up, and it's eerie silence. There's no music, no tension, no beats, no melody, just moving around and quietly completing generators. Obviously it's easier, but are you supposed to feel satisfied? This is the biggest wake-up call for what you've actually done to this game as a whole. This action isn't just a detour, but triggers this game's whole other route. Essentially, a genocide route. There's one guy who's affected the most by this. How does Sebastian react to this act? This is by far the darkest sequence of events I've ever seen in a Roblox game. It just really churns my heart for how almost real these events feel. Sebastian desperately calls out to whom he thinks is still a hopefully alive Painter to sit tight, he'll be right there. It's worded like a desperate father talking to their child, or like someone who can't lose someone they love. His reaction to seeing Painter's corpse just a few rooms away is heartbreaking. These voice lines feel disgustingly real and disgustingly accurate. The uncontrolled breathing, the false hope. My god, what is this game? Sebastian has now fled from his shop, leaving it silent, dead, and lifeless, and reflecting one of the creepiest voice lines in that entire sequence. He's out to get you for revenge. Sebastian is out to get you, and you know that. After making your way through the unsettling, twisted version of the black site, Sebastian decided to go to one area he knew you'd end up in. And well, here we are.
You could have had everything you ever wanted. Everything I ever wanted. And you still went out of your way to take everything I had left in the process. You entitled brat. You expect me to sit idly by and keep smiling as if nothing ever happened? Oh, I'm smiling, all right. Grinning ear to ear. Don't even start with that following order schlock. You knew what you were doing all too well. Sure took your sweet time. Enjoyed every last second of it. Good. Excellent, even. I'll merely return the favor. And you bet I'll be enjoying every last moment of this. The best part? I get to do this over and over again. You'll come back, I'll know, and I'll be waiting. You have no one to blame but yourself. You're in a hell of your own making, and you're never getting out! What? What is it this time?
And that is the secret ending of Pressure, the rescue route, the genocide route, whatever you want to call it. Let's recap whatever happened at the end there. Sebastian is like a father who's lost everything, and these lines run deeper than you think. After brutally ripping your heart out, you fall to the ground as your bodily functions slowly shut down. You manage to stay alive long enough to interpret his rant at the end, however, and he insists on something extremely dark. Sebastian knows about the time loop. He knows how you could just leave the game and restart. He says he'll come back, and he's waiting for your next appearance, as if you could never play Pressure again, and he will kill you over and over and over. After insisting that you're never getting let out of this hellhole of a loop, Lopi resets it all. He resets Sebastian, sends him back, reverts his memory, sends it back before any of this happened, and that's the last thought you ever get before blacking out. Lopi does assure you that this game will move on. He will forget before your death document appearing in silence. That is the secret ending to Pressure, and wow, is it a heavy one. I am truly blown away by this entire sequence of events. It surprisingly shares a similarity or two to actually Undertale's genocide route. Upon the death of a significant character, it twists the world into a silent, easy, uneventful walkathon until a brutal secret ending reflecting the consequences of your actions, to which you could then reset and pretend it never happened, with this newfound guiltiness never leaving your mind. I am just wowed by what the devs have created. This brings Pressure into a whole nother level of depth in the story. If the devs could pull something like this off so effectively, who knows what else we could see in this game down the line. But that's it for this 2-part video review. I still can't process how deep this entire update has gone, and I did not expect to spend a solid week or so on these 2 videos. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your day.